Carmelle, hello.
Hello.
You just won 4 medals in the OCB Franco Classic bodybuilding competition today.
I did.
You competed in bikini. Let's start with, how do you feel?
I feel full. I feel like I got everything that I wanted from this competition. I'm excited. I'm happy. I did so much better than I thought that I would. I didn't know how I was going to do. I kind of jumped in and said, let's see what happens. And through perseverance, I got 4 really obnoxious medals, but I love them.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
So I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. So first, what was the most challenging part of your prep, and how did you stay motivated throughout the training?
The most challenging thing about my prep was dealing with the fact that it wasn't as easy as I thought it was going to be to transform my body the way that I did. I thought I was going to be able to lift a few dumbbells and just be like popping with muscles. And that's not exactly how it went. I really had to put time, effort, and intention in what I was doing. And primarily because I'm brand new whole food, plant-based vegan. And the last time I did a competition of this sort was almost 10 years ago. And at the time I was a meat eater and I was 10 years younger. So I lifted a couple of dumbbells for a few weeks and I said, I'm ready for competition. And this year my body was not doing what it did 10 years ago. Mainly because it's 10 years older, it's in perimenopause. I'm a vegan now, so I have to be even more intentional about consuming my protein and building muscle in a body that is depleting in muscle at an exceptional rate because of perimenopause. So all of those factors were challenging, and I did not take those things into consideration, so that was a big deal.
Okay, well, staying on the topic of nutrition, how did your nutrition and training evolve as you got closer to the show?
I started learning so much more. That's when I knew that the intentionality that I would have to put into this competition, into how I fueled my body, and into how much movement I did, how often I did it, how heavy I went, how intense I went. That's when I learned that, okay, Carmelle, we're gonna have to do a few things differently. So it just made me realize that I just have to put a lot more intention behind everything I did if I wanted to get the results I wanted to get.
Okay. So were there any unexpected lessons that you learned throughout this journey?
Yeah. Because I've been intentional about my workout regimen, exercise, and how I feel my body, I thought that perimenopause was just going to skip over me, or the symptoms of perimenopause was going to skip over me. I dealt with the bloating. I dealt with the hormonal changes that were happening in my body, the fogginess. I was dealing with all of those things and still trying to build muscle in this body when it was all it wanted to do was retain excess fat around the organs and do what it does. And I was just like, really? This is happening to me? But I work out. So that was a lesson. Like, no matter how much I work out, what is supposed to happen in nature is going to happen in nature. And I just have to figure it out and deal with it and not overcome it, but work with it. The lesson I learned was having to work with what my body wanted to do in this 50-year-old body, as a 50-year-old woman.
Okay. So shifting to support, what role did your support system play in helping you prepare, and how did they impact your journey?
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my support system. I wouldn't be here. I totally believe in a support system. I believe in a community. What the level of patience my sister gave me, and the encouragement that she gave me, like when she would see me working out and she'd be like, "Looking good, sis," that was everything, right? And my coach, my training coach, Coach Leslie, whoop, whoop, the workouts that she gave me. And I was so diligent in all of my workouts. And despite that, every time we met, I'm like, it's not working because I'm still bloated. Or like, I can't get my glutes to fire. Or my upper body isn't looking as strong as I thought it would by now. And the encouragement that she gave me and all the turns that we took, and she's like, all right, let's try this, let's try that. And her willingness to work with me. And then all the other people that popped out of the woodwork, especially my posing coach, Bianca, and how she came out of the woodwork. I put in a Google search for somebody, she pops up. She wasn't who I was looking for. Put in another Google search, she pops up. So I decided to call her, and she's like, no problem, I got you. And she did, in the most amazing way, like God sent. And so community and support system is everything. I wouldn't have been able to do any of this. I wouldn't even been able to start if it wasn't for my community.
That's good. Last question. Now that the competition's over, what's next for you in terms of fitness and your personal goals?
Ooh. Well, fitness is always going to be a part of my life. Fitness and my nutrition and me being a whole food plant-based is always going to be a part of my life. My fitness goals, though, changed a little bit. I was talking to Coach Leslie. I said, I wanted to cross the stage as a 50-year-old woman. So I had a birthday and I wanted to cross the stage and say 50 never looks so good. And that's all I wanted to do. Whether I won one medal or not, I got 4. I just wanted to cross the stage and know, as a whole food plant-based vegan, I can build muscle. As a whole food plant-based vegan, I can be an athlete. As a whole food plant-based vegan, I can sculpt my body the way that I want to be, the way I want to look. And as a whole food plant-based vegan who's just turned 50 and is dealing with perimenopause, I can still conquer these goals. And then I said, that's all I want to do. And then I'm good. But after tonight, I said, I might want to do this again. So I might want to do this again. I might be crossing the stage again. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it there, Leslie.
All right. Well, thank you and congratulations again.
Thank you, Leslie. I appreciate it. And I appreciate your hard work and effort and the time that you gave me and for trusting in me and this process. And look, y'all. I'm so excited.